Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rita, or welcome for the very first time. If you're new here, I would really appreciate it that before we get into the video, you go ahead and subscribe. It is super easy, just hit the little red subscribe button down here. Be also sure to hit the bell so you get notified every time that I post, which I do post in this channel twice a week. So for today's video, this is an idea that came up after another video that I did using the whole Pillow Talk collection. I did a full face of Pillow Talk, or full face that the line has, and I really loved the result. I really loved that makeup, and I feel like as a whole, if you're familiar with my channel, you probably know that I really love Charlotte Tilbury makeup. So today we're gonna be going into the same kind of direction of using the whole collection of Charlotte Tilbury, but this time we're going to be using Walk of No Shame, which was inspired, of course, by the Walk of No Shame lipstick that was actually renamed. This lipstick was originally named Walk of Shame, and then she came out and named it Walk of No Shame, which I absolutely love the empowerment behind that. And here is what the lipstick looks like. So this one that was basically the original that created then the whole family that we're going to be using together. I am missing a couple of products. I don't have the eyeliner and I don't have the lip gloss. The eyeliner, I honestly forgot to pick it up, and the lip gloss, I really wasn't interested because I don't use lip gloss as much as I use all of the other products. So anyway, let's get right into the makeup and I'll show you how I got this beautiful Walk of No Shame look. Normally, I like to finish my face first and then move on with my eyes and then lipstick, but I feel like I look very dead right now, so we need some color in the lips. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Lip Cheat Reshape and Resize Lip Liner, and of course all of the products that we're gonna be using today are going to be from the Walk of No Shame collection, so I'm not gonna be repeating the name of the product, but here is the very first one we're gonna be using. It is brand new. This is one of my latest additions to my collection. So let's go ahead and align my lips real quick. I do already have most of my face, as you can probably tell. Foundation, concealer, powder, all the good stuff is done, but I also added highlight and bronzer. So for bronzer, I used the Airbrush Flawless, also by Charlotte Tilbury. Mine is in the shade number 2, and for a little more definition, not really, I don't want to say contour, but a little more definition, I used the Film Star Bronze and Glow, and for the highlight, I also have this little palette. So that's everything I have on my face, and of course the brows, which I used my usual, which I have it over there, but it's the one from Charlotte Tilbury too. So now let's move on with the Cheek to Chic. So this is probably one of the darkest ones I own. I do have the Pillow Talk medium, but the more kind of like intense one, I feel like it's this one. So it is a beautiful color, and if you're not familiar with Charlotte Tilbury, she has two tones on her blushes. So the external one is usually kind of like you first use that one and then you pop on the center of your cheeks or the apples with the middle one. So that's what we're gonna be doing, just kind of like as she recommends. So I have my usual blush brush from Echo Tools, and I'm just going to go around the blush, kick off the little extra, and then I'm just going to add here on my cheeks like a normal blush, and then on my other cheek. I'm going to add a little bit extra also in the center of my nose, and then the remaining on my cheeks. I always like to add blush on my cheeks. I feel like it gives a more kind of like just stepped out of the sun look, and I really love that. And then with that same brush, I'm gonna go onto the middle, which is gonna be like the pop, I guess. I think that's how she calls it. And then I'm just gonna pop this in the apple of my cheeks. And here is the full face done with the base products and cheek products. I love this blush. I feel like this is very perfect for the more hotter weather that we're definitely experiencing now. I really love it. It's so pretty. And the formula is incredible. She does have a good variety of shades in her cheek to cheeks, so you can probably find a good one that you're gonna love. So now let's move on with the eyes, which I have two From the Walk of No Shame family, we've got my favorite product, probably my favorite product from the entire line, which is going to be her Eyes to Mesmerize. And this is a bit darker. It's going to be a more reddish tone, very stunning. I do have a full video where I used all of the Eyes to Mesmerize that I have. I will leave it linked down below. I think I have 5 or 6 at this point, I can't remember, but I'll leave it linked down. And then here is what the little quad looks like. So more on the reddish undertones. Let me show it to you, both of the eyeshadows that I have side by side. So I'm going to start with the Eyes to Mesmerize all over my lid, kind of like as a base color, and then we'll move on with the little quad. My favorite way of applying the Eyes to Mesmerize is gonna be either with my finger or with a flat shader brush, and I usually use this one by Fenty Beauty. This one is a blending brush number 230. When the shade is lighter, I like to use my finger. When it's a little bit darker, like Walk of No Shame, I'm gonna go for the brush. So I'm just going to apply, just, you know, directly saturate the brush, and I think I actually used a lot. So I'm going to distribute this same color in both eyes, and I'm just going to blend it in with the same brush all the way up to my crease. Super easy to blend and super fast. I would honestly just throw some mascara and call it a day whenever I'm using this shade in particular, or a couple of the other ones that I have that are also darker. But for this video, of course, we're gonna do the full Walk of No Shame look. So now let's move on to the little quad, which is absolutely adorable, as all of her quads are. So I'm gonna switch to a blending brush, something more fluffy and a little bit bigger, and I'm gonna go into the second shade, so this one right here, and I'm just going to blend this into my crease. We already have that base, which is a little bit darker, but let's just make sure that we have everything blended nicely. I did not purchase the eyeliner. That's one of the few products that I'm missing from the collection, so I'm gonna be using the darker shade in the palette to start not really blending into an eyeliner, just doing like a thick line on my lash line, just to bring a little more definition into the eye. And I'm gonna go back and forth to really accentuate the color, because you can probably tell that between the two colors there's not a lot of difference. I mean, there is, but once you start blending, I mean, it is very dark, the second shade, and also the one on the Eyes to Mesmerize. So it's not going to be very, very significant, but you can definitely see the difference. And I love that we're gonna create kind of like a little bit of a wing line with this more red tone eyeshadow. Now with my finger, we're gonna use the pop shade in the palette, which these eyeshadows always come with a pop shade. It's gonna be the third one in the quad. And I'm just going to add this to the center of my eye. And now I'm gonna go back to the eyeliner, and I'm just going to accentuate in the center where I did add the pop shade, just to make sure that we don't have any of the glitter on the eyeliner, or lash line, however you want to call it. We're almost done with the eyes, and now I am going to go with another smaller blending brush into the shade that we used as our crease shade, and I'm just going to add this to my lower lashes. With my pinky finger, I'm going to use the very first shade that we haven't used just yet as my inner corner highlight, and I am going to bring it a little bit closer to my nose, just to really open up the eyes. So instead of just going here on the inner corner, I'm gonna go a little bit onto kind of like the bridge of my nose, right there, to open up everything a bit more. So here is the makeup look without any mascara. I wanted to show you the eyes always, how it looks with just the eyeshadows. So here it is. Now we're gonna move on with applying a ton of mascara, and I'm gonna go with another Charlotte Tilbury product, but it's not Walk of No Shame. This one is going to be Pillow Talk, the push-up lashes. So I'm gonna go ahead and coat my lashes with mascara, and then I'll be right back to finish up the lips and almost done with the full makeup. We're all done with mascara, so now it's time to move on with the lipstick, which is this very, very beautiful, almost maroon red, super pretty. I haven't used this in a long time. I think I purchased actually very recently, so it is also one of my newest additions with the lip liner. So let's go ahead and try it. I already have the lip liner that I used at the very beginning, so now let's go ahead and top it with the lipstick. I just touched up the edges a little bit with the lip liner, but here it is. It is a stunning, stunning red. I am a little biased with red because it is my favorite lip color of all times, but this is a very beautiful, more kind of like burnt red. So stunning. And if you didn't know it, this whole collection got released and was inspired by the lipstick. This was the first product, and then the other ones kind of like coming out, just like Pillow Talk did. So here is the full makeup look. I am really loving this look. I think this is the very first time that I use all of these products together. So if I usually, whenever I go for Walk of No Shame, the little quad, I'll go for like a lighter lip, but I really love how everything just works with the same shade, like with the same kind of like red undertone family. It is very stunning, if I do say so myself. I love this eye look with this lip. I feel like it pairs perfectly. And I almost forgot, but I do have, this is not from, of course, the Walk of No Shame family, but this is how I like to top off all of my makeup looks. So let's go ahead and add the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. So we are all done with the makeup. Here is the full face, and honestly, I love it. It is one of those Charlotte Tilbury very model eyeshadow looks or makeup looks like she does for her models. I really love it. It is, of course, very Charlotte Tilbury because this is her line and her collection. I feel like it's absolutely stunning. I love how the monochromatic reddish undertones to everything. It just looks stunning, and I am so happy that I put all this makeup together. Since I did the whole kind of like Pillow Talk look, I knew that I wanted to do the same with the Walk of No Shame collection. Anyway, you guys, like always, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!